My son and I, my youngest son and I, moved here 17 years ago, and we went church hopping for about a month. And this church happened to be closest to the townhouse that I had bought, and it was my preference just because of its location. But my son, after we visited one Sunday, said, "I'm not sure I want to go there, Mom. They are too friendly. They will really, I think they'll know when we miss church. So I'm not sure that's the best church for us," but I vetoed his vote, so we became members.
When we arrived in the Marshalltown area 14 years ago, we just started visiting different churches. And one Sunday came here to visit it, and everybody was very welcoming and approached especially our children and invited them to be a part of their programming. So the next Sunday when we went to visit another church, they objected and said, no, we want to go back to Hope. So that's how we ended up at Hope United Methodist Church.
I'm a charter member going back to 1971. So when the first edition or first part of the church was established, my wife and I joined the church. So it's been since '71.
Especially Sunday morning when I walk in, I feel such joy. We have just the best music. The 17 years that I've been here, we've had excellent preachers from the pulpit each Sunday morning. I value that a lot. But most of all, I value the people because they care about me, and I feel as though I am part of a very close family.
I love the fact that this church is such a caring church, that everybody enjoys each other. And when one of us is hurt in some way or needing support, everybody seems right there, willing to give everything.
It gets you out and about the community. It's not just come here on Sunday, put in your time and walk away. You have all these opportunities to get involved in other things outside of the church, like serving at the soup kitchen at the House of Compassion, or going to Bidwell, Riverside, and Des Moines. There's just a lot of other opportunities that the church offers and gets you out and about to spread the word.
Each time a child is baptized, for me that is just over the top moment. Each time a couple is married, that's really special to me too. And I'm a very emotional person, so you'll see me do a lot of crying during those events.
Hope Church has always been a church that has enjoyed and provided music. And there have been some services where you just are so awakened by the anthem or part of the service that was centered around music. And it just, there's a couple times I know that the music was so strong it just left you high the rest of the day.
My God moments come with the youth. I'm not their mom. I'm just another adult, but they treat me like their mom. And to me, that's a God moment, to be accepted by these kids when I'm not their parent. I'm just somebody that wants to do fun stuff with them, even though I'm older than what you'd expect to be doing youth activities.
We joined here in 1980, and this certainly is not the same church we joined, and it's different and exciting and better in many ways. There's a few things we've certainly enjoyed when we first attended, and but change is everywhere, and that's part of what the Stewardship campaign drives and helps support, and not just the physical things, but the outlying things that we're able to support and achieve has been really gratifying.
This church has started as a very small group, and we've become much larger and more sophistication with our services to the community and services within the church. So that's important, and I think that's the groundwork for my belief in giving.
The building costs money. There's bills. Our mission work costs money. When I plan a meal at the House of Compassion, the money for that meal has to come from someplace. There's just expenses to having a church, and you can't have a church home without contributing to that home for the work of that church to go on.
I joyfully give because I have been so blessed with so many wonderful things that have happened to me. And I was able to get a college education. I've always found a good teaching job. And because all of those blessings have been given to me, I want to help. And it's also, in my opinion, a commitment to my membership. Whenever I join something, I have to think about the commitment of resources and the commitment of time. And if I finally decide to become an official member of something, then I have made that commitment. And so, again, joyfully. You know, I'm one of those people that's also very practical. I want the lights to turn on Sunday morning. I want a friendly secretary to answer all my church questions. And I know, and I want the building to look well kept. And I know all of that involves a healthy budget. And I want to be part of that.
When we joined this church in 1980, the original building debt was still there. And we were working on paying that off. And in the meantime, we've added they paid that off, added more debt to do the offices. Then we did another debt to improve on the offices and change it even a little bit more. And now finally we're doing another one. And it's just ratifying to see all the changes that we've made in our church. And each one has been a major improvement, I think.
I know originally when they were going to do the sanctuary and maybe not do the foyer coming in because of costs, there was a discussion on that, but the vision was just, boy, if we can just do both at the same time, we're in the mess anyway, and the costs keep going up. And it was a blessing to do both because they just complement, and there's so much that foyer offers for fellowship and just function that our church would have had a real void not to have had that entrance. If we would have just had that chopped off entry coming in here and then just enter the sanctuary in a small space, it would have it just wouldn't have been so nice like we were enjoying.
I'm one of those that will be personally delighted when this debt is paid off, because I've been writing that special check every month for, I don't know, 6 years, 8 years, I don't remember. It seems like a long time. And I'm looking forward to the possibility that we can start to build a fund so that when we have emergencies or maintenance that's really important, that we can draw from the fund and have it in place and be able to pay cash.
As a trustee, we've had a lot of discussion about the future needs of the church. And of course, we can't plan for every contingency that comes up or every emergency, but we are looking down the pike here, and we're looking at this north side of Hope Church to be a more meaningful entrance, a safer and more efficient entrance to the church. Many of our congregation use the handicap access to the church, and it would be nice to have it covered and avoid using the kitchen as a major entrance on the many things that we do here at Hope.
I believe it's important to build our church and to grow our church. People that are in their 30s and 40s are going to have children, and they're going to want to have a place for children to learn about God. And so we need somebody that's going to be here, and that's their main goal and their main focus is to keep a children's program going and thriving.
We want everybody to pitch in and help out and be a part of the congregation and know that you're not just a body sitting in a pew. You're part of our big family. As much as we want your financial help, We want your loving kindness, get involved in all the other things that go on, and then the financial part won't seem so difficult, because like any other family, if you're having fun and enjoying the area you're in, it doesn't seem like anything to throw an extra 5, 10, or whatever you can into the offering plate, because it's just a fun place to be.
When this church family is so important to me, it's very easy to give back, and to give back joyfully.